Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Tea. Good morning. How you doing? Let's just start with that. How are y'all doing? I ain't seen y'all in a minute. Good morning, Monetta. Hey. Good morning, Sonia. Good morning, Robin. Hey. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Misunderstood. Good morning, 38 Management Alliance. Good morning, Karen. Good morning. Good morning, Jules. Good morning, Christine. Good morning, Teresa. So, first, let's talk about, first of all, listen, did y'all hear Cassie is pregnant? And I'm so happy for her. Listen, we got to learn a lesson. We got to learn how to move on and let folks go that is showing us who they are. Diddy, listen, this girl is, I'm so happy for her. Listen, she just announced that she having a baby girl. And I'm like, when we do this, we keep God from blessing us because we be holding on too hard to stuff. People, places, things, money, all kind of stuff. And you should manage your money well. But when you do this and you open your hands and you free people and you free yourself from people, places, and things, and you put your faith in God and you just like, you know what? I'm not putting up with this no more. God will bless you. Hey, Robert. Hey, Kelly. So Cassie is pregnant. I just saw this on her Instagram. She says she can't wait to welcome her baby girl. So I'm assuming that she's pregnant. So I'm just happy for her. And I'm just like, thank you, Cassie. I'm so glad and so happy for you because she was suffering with Diddy. Sometimes we love too hard and we got to stop suffering with these men. And I'm not saying we shouldn't be in it and all of this and all of that. I really think that if it's not reciprocity, if it's not a person giving you what you're giving them, we have to take that as a message that this is not the person for us. If you giving, and the person is taking, you have to say to yourself, and sometimes it takes us a minute because, ooh, I just had a hot flash. It must be this coffee. Hey, Robin. Sometimes it takes us a minute because women love love. We love to be in love. And sometimes we have to understand that a man can be in lust because Puffy likes pretty girls. Let's just say it, and that's okay. But he should be honest with them to say that this ain't going no further than you being my pretty girl and the trophy on my arm. So if you're looking for babies and marriage, I'm not the one. But when people show you who they are, you have to believe them. So I'm happy for Cassie. So let's talk about Wendy Williams. Because I put a post up yesterday and some people said, stop judging Wendy, let her love somebody else and all that stuff. Listen, because the media only going to show you what they want to show you. And, Wendy and listen, let me just say this about Wendy. I am Wendy's sister in my head. That's my girl. I like Wendy when everything went down and everybody was dragging her and saying good for her and she getting what she deserved and karma is a bitch and all that stuff. I was praying for Wendy. I said no. She was a good wife, even though her job requires her to talk about people just like TMZ, but y'all ain't tearing TMZ up. TMZ do the same thing. Hey, TMZ do the same thing Wendy do. They talk about people, they report gossip, they tell people business, but y'all all be on to them. But when Wendy do her job, y'all want to act like it's karma for Wendy and she getting what she deserved. No, she just doing her job. So she don't deserve to be cheated on, lied to, misused, and abused, all in the name of love. She didn't deserve her husband to have a baby outside of their relationship or none of that stuff. However, I posted yesterday, Wendy, please heal. Please, because I don't care what the media is saying. And people say, well, you looking at only what the media show. No, I'm looking at Wendy's behavior, right? So I got some notes here why I'm concerned about Wendy and why I think that Wendy needs to be instead of dating this young boy. Because that's what that a young boy, and I'm not judging him because he's a felon, but there's a lot of things that are going on that you are hurting. You just got you just filed for divorce in April. And I know every woman on here, I know we done been through some stuff, and the men. But I'm just going to talk about the women right now because I'm a woman and I can come from a woman's perspective right now. When I went through my ex-man cheating on me, it was devastating. Even after we messed up, it was devastating for a long time. And my concern for Wendy is an addict. And people want to say, don't judge her. This is why we as people can't get our people to get to the next level or we can't be honest with our people. We can't be honest with our sister girl, our sister girlfriend, our auntie. We can't be honest because people so quick to say, stop judging people. No, we are in a time when we got to hold people accountable, right? Because your messiness is going to show up later on. Like right now, you in the moment because you hurting. And I said this, people say, you judging because you only, I'm looking at every time I see Wendy on an interview, every time I see Wendy on her show and she talks about this, her divorce or what she been through, every time I see Wendy on an interview with TMZ or anybody who catch her, she cannot compose herself. Every time I see her, this woman breaks down and cries. She's hurting. So stop saying, stop judging her and you looking and love is this and she should be able to do this. I'm not judging her. I'm looking at her behavior. I'm looking at the things that she's doing. I'm watching her moves. And the one thing I'm concerned about too is that she has a son. She has a son who is a young man. I think he's 19, 18 or 19 years old, in that range. I'm not sure exactly what his age is, but I know he's there because he just started college, who is watching her. And he needs support because of the trauma that he's seen his mother suffer. Her son needs her right now. Her son needs her whole. Her son needs her healed. Her son needs her happy because her son is feeding off of her. Her son just got into a fight with his father. There are other things that my sister Wendy, and I love her, and I'm telling her this from love because the people around her, the worst thing you can have around you is yes men. Get you some girls that's gonna sit you down and say, yo, pump your brakes, Wendy. You don't need to be up under nobody. You don't need to be sleeping with nobody. And if you're gonna be doing this, you should be private about this until you get your affairs in order because Lil Kevin needs you right now. Lil Kevin has watched you suffered for 18 years. As let's say from 5 years old, when children start to realize there's something ain't right. And you said that your husband was cheating for 14 years. So if he is 18, your husband has been cheating on you in front of him since he was 4. And he's been exposed to this. I'm sure he's been around the other woman. I'm sure he went through this whole cheating experience with you. So right now, the most important thing should be your example of healing for your son. And I'm not judging because there's going to be men forever. And then your choice of a man. Listen, I'm 50. I think Wendy's 52. I'm 50 years old. I have nothing in common with a 27-year-old. My son's 25, gonna be 25 in October. I have nothing in common except I can manipulate him. I could tell him what to do. I can control him through sex, through money, because he's 27. This boy want to live the life. He done had a rough life. He done been in and out of jail. He done robbed some folks. So I'm going by Wendy's behavior, not what the media is showing me. Yeah, he's 27. A 27, listen, I can't even have a conversation with a 27-year-old. You don't have nothing in common with me. I don't care how much people say age ain't nothing but a number. Some mature 27-year-olds are mature. Yeah, they are mature for another 27-year-old, but not for my 50-year-old behind. Listen, go somewhere and sit down. And when you are going through, when you're an addict and you can't get your drug that numbs you, you find that in something else. And it might be a man, and it might be TV, and it might be eating, and it might be partying. Whatever it is, you find when you have addictions, and I'm speaking from an experience of being addicted to a man, because you could be addicted to a man. And then on top of that, the man I was with, he helped me with my mother through the worst time of my life, right? My mom had breast cancer. She passed away, God rest her soul. But he was there for me. So when it was time, when he showed me the signs that he was not good for me, I felt obligated to him. And this is what's going to happen to Wendy. And I'm speaking from experience and from my professional standpoint as a certified life coach and some courses that I took and a therapist that I speak to that are part of my team. We feel like we owe a person when they get us over the humps in life. Like if a man cheated on you and you find another man that got you over the hump. So when you start to see the red flags and the stuff that he shouldn't be doing and this one is cheating now, you feel obligated to this person because they got you over a certain part of your life where you were hurting so bad that you feel like that they were the antidote or they saved you, and you'll stay in that relationship far too long. And that's why we need to go heal by ourselves with God or whatever, a therapist or whatever healthy way you need to heal, meditation, go on a trip, Just you need to heal by yourself. Wendy been with this man for 20 years and probably longer. So you have not had space to know who you are as an individual in 20 years. You lied to yourself for 14 of those years because this man has been on and off again cheating. We've watched this. So for people to say, you don't know if she healed or not, or you don't know during this process, she was lying to herself through this whole process because we watched her lie. Say, I'm not taking my ring off, and the media is lying. I got my ring. We working this out. So I'm watching from what she says in her moves, not what the media is saying. Number two, Wendy just got out of a halfway house, a sober living facility, because she was going to lose it. She just, happy birthday, D Moet. Wendy just got out of a sober living facility. Okay, so we are dealing with so many dynamics here of her taking time to heal by herself. And this is another thing. When women are vulnerable, when we are hurting, when we feel unloved, when we go through a traumatic situation in our life from another man, the sharks could smell our blood from a mile away. You ain't going to get nothing good if you're not healed. Broken people attract broken people. Hurting people attract hurting people. Lost people attract lost people. I'm telling you, I'm concerned about Wendy, not because of what the media is saying, and really not because of what this boy is 27. That's a whole nother concern, but maybe she's been a cougar deep down inside her whole life. But right now, if you are going through a breakup and you are hurting, and Wendy said this a long time ago, and I was against this then, and I'm against this now. She said this to somebody who broke up. I can't remember who it was, but it was on her show, and I clearly remember her saying this. She said the best way to get over a man is to get under a new one. No, boo. No, the best way to get caught up with another no good, you fill in the blank, is to not go somewhere and heal and to attach yourself to somebody who knows that you're vulnerable. Because no man in his right mind should even want to date Wendy. This is why she didn't go for a grown man. No man, no grown, healed, whole man in his right mind should want to date Wendy right now with the baggage that she's carrying. And this is not to say that Wendy's a bad person but she has some heavy baggage that she has not even had time to process and unload because she just filed for divorce on April 17th or 18th. We not even at June 18th. We're not even 2 months into her filing for divorce. She loved this man. Let me tell you something about love. She loved Kevin. And if you really loved a person, you have not moved on from that person. No, it takes so much time to let go of a person that you truly loved. And I believe that she truly loved Kevin because of all the stuff that she endured. And I don't think she did it because of publicity or she cared about what people think. I think she really wanted this to work with this man. So she is in a place of, I am hurting. Why didn't my husband love me enough to stop these shenanigans? Why didn't he pick me? I was not good enough. And we have to heal from that mindset before we move on. Because now we want to prove when we get with another man that I can make this work. There is a man that will stay with me because I am worthy. So we will go through another traumatic, toxic relationship just to prove to the world, because I showed you this man, that I'm going to stay with him and make this work no matter what he does. So this is why I'm concerned why Wendy is not healed and why she needs to go healed. At every interview I see her on, she falls apart. She happy my life has begun and I'm living and I'm a grown ass woman. And then this is so hard. It's just, I'm just happy, but I'm trying. I want to, and she can't, her emotions are raw. That is not a good thing. She needs to get some help. Her son was just fighting with his father. Your son needs you, Wendy, more than that 27-year-old boy. Your son needs you present because you have not been present for years. This little boy is damaged. I promise you, I'm speaking from a place of being a mother. I have 3 sons who watched me be misused and abused by a man who was cheating on me over and over again. They heard the conversations. They were hurting. I had to not date for 3.5 years to help my sons heal. And not only my sons, but myself. I had to just stop and say, listen, you've been in a relationship, 2 long-term relationships. We got out of the house with your mother. You got married at 21. You left that marriage through adultery. You was with this other man for 13 years it was a toxic relationship. You need to stop. You on fire right now. Your spirit, your life, your mind. You need to stop, drop, and roll, and you just need to go somewhere and sit down so your sons can see how you become healthy and how you move forward and how you're okay by yourself. Everybody needs to be okay by themselves before they get into another relationship. I needed to make sure before I got with another man that I was okay with Trey. By myself, I'm good. So that I know that in this relationship, when it becomes toxic, I'm sure of who I am and I know that I could walk away because I'm okay by myself. If you don't know that, you will jump in and out of relationships, in and out of toxic relationships because you don't know how to be by yourself. Nobody's going to treat me a certain way now in my life because I'm okay. I'm a whole person by myself. This is a whole nother concern. Black China, I think that no shame, no shade, girl. Whatever your lifestyle is, whatever you do, anything for money because you want to live that life like the Kardashians. Wendy, that should not be your choice of a person to hang around while you're healing. Because please don't tell her none of your secrets because she will sell your secrets to TMZ. Pictures of you, don't fall in front of her, Wendy. Don't get drunk with her. Don't smoke nothing. Don't drink nothing. Don't tell her nothing because this is a person that loves money. Money is the root of all evil, and Black China will sell your pictures to TMZ or Inquirer or the highest bidder, whoever will give her the money. She sold Rob Kardashian down the river she got a baby out of him. I'm just telling you, I see you, Wendy. Listen, I know you said she was a friend in your head, but now you roll away, and she feels your vulnerability. The sharks are in the water, Wendy, and you're bleeding out, and they smell your blood. Okay, you need to be around healthy people. I'm not saying isolate yourself, but there's not a lot of people that should be in your space. I do a program called the Recovery Room, right? And it's all about healing. And I always ask my clients when they do the recovery, the first thing I ask them is, when you leave this program, this 4-week program of you working on yourself, healing to get past the baggage of whatever it is, your mother didn't like you, you had a tumultuous relationship with somebody, a toxic relationship. At the end of this program, who's outside of the recovery room? Who is there to aid you in your healing and not bust the stitches open? See, when you come out of the recovery room of a hospital, you need a healthy environment to continue to heal. That's why they keep you in the recovery room, to see until you're ready to go into an environment where you're okay to make decisions for yourself. So Wendy, you messing with the wrong people. This girl, you don't need to be around no partying. You need to get your mind right and have the people around you who love you for you, not what they can get from you. They see that you need support. They see that you feel in some type of way, and the sharks are in the water to come and take, boo. I don't know your real friends. I got 4 real friends. 4, my core 4. We call each other our core because they help me. They are like the center, and they talk to me for real, for real. They tell me the truth about who I am, what I'm doing, how I look. Don't post that. Where's your core, Wendy? You don't have any? I'm here. I'm so serious. I just want to see Wendy win. And the way that she's going right now, she not. And every time somebody says something to her, this is when you know that a person is still needs to heal. She's defending herself. When I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, I don't gotta defend myself for nobody. Like a young lady came on my page and tried to be smart with her mouth and told me shut up because I don't know what I'm talking about Wendy. I don't got to defend myself for her. I just blocked her. Wendy knew real friends. You need to reach out to her. I really wish that somebody would just please give Wendy Wendy, listen, you need a hug and some real folks around you that I don't want nothing from you. I want to really see you heal. I want to really see you be whole so that God could send you a man who will love you the way that you need to be loved. God will send you people who will love you the way you need to be loved, who will respect you, who will lead you and guide you. Of course, her sister, her son, and her two parents. But don't, when you are healing, don't go outside your core of people who will love you enough to tell you the truth. Get you some people in your life who will love you enough to tell you the truth, who will love you enough to lose you to tell you the truth. I'm going to lose you for this season, Wendy, but you need to heal. And people are saying, well, maybe she healed it. Her husband just had a whole baby. Women, raise your hand. Let's just be honest as women. If you stuck with a man for 20 years and this man just had a whole baby with another woman, don't tell me you are not in trauma syndrome. Do not listen. Even if you found out that your ex had a baby, y'all not even together no more. Something goes on inside of you. You let it go when you're over it, but it's a joke. Oh my goodness. And then but when you're not healed, your husband just had a whole baby while you were married to him. And he was telling you that it's not what you think it is. And the whole world is watching. The whole new boyfriend is a publicity stunt. Whatever publicity, I just need Wendy to heal. Because if she was in her right mind, she wouldn't even care about no publicity stunt. Because this really is your life. This really is your son's life. So a lot of people say it's a publicity stunt. No, it's a cry for help. And we got to stop letting people run off the bridge. We got to tell people that this is a cliff. You're going to fall off of the cliff. Please stop. Pump your brakes. So, listen, and she's still married. We didn't even say that. You still married, Wendy. Wendy, don't be Kevin. The best way to show a person who hurt you, and you don't have to prove nothing to Kevin, because I really believe you're trying to prove to Kevin that I'm okay. Look, you had that little young girl and had that baby. Look at me, I got this little man. You don't got to prove nothing to Kevin. When you show somebody that you are healed, Kevin wants you to relapse. And this is a form of relapsing. Hey, Val, this is a form of relapsing. And he's enjoying this. Trust me, he like, look at her. I knew she was going to run to some other dude. I knew she was going to be reckless. No, you want to just go somewhere and be whole, healed, and happy. Whole, healed, and happy. This is how you show a person that I'm good. Like, I don't got to prove nothing to y'all. I don't got to run around here reckless. I don't got to put no red signs up that I'm the chick and all. Go somewhere and be whole, healed, and happy. You don't have to prove anything to Kevin. And sex won't heal you. Somebody said this boy on my post said this boy looked like he could put it down. You can't tell if a person could put it down because they 27 years old and they look in a picture. He might be whack in bed. And even if he's the best thing in the whole wide world, you'll just become addicted to the penis. A whole nother form of addiction. You'll just self-medicate with having sex. And that's not healing. Sex will not heal you. I don't care how good it is. I don't care if it's the best mind-blowing sex that you ever had in your life. You'll just be stuck in addicted to sex with some man that don't deserve you because you a queen. So I want us to pray for Wendy. And this is why I came on here. These are the reasons why I'm concerned about Wendy. I don't know about the rest of y'all. Maybe because y'all think the media is doing this, and I am concerned about Wendy from these facts. She just filed for divorce in April. A few months ago, she was just saying that her marriage was working and everything was fine and she was going to ride out with her man. This is why I'm concerned. She falls apart at every interview. Her son is fighting with his father in a parking lot. You just went to pick your baby up from jail. And you got time to be frolicking around the streets. Your son is in crisis. Your son's in crisis, babe. Get your baby. Get your son. I had to. My son was in crisis on account of my life. I had to pull myself back and say, Trey, this is not about you. Stephen, Bryce, and Jermaine are suffering because of your choices. Stephen, Bryce, and Jermaine are suffering because they're your children. They didn't ask to be here. Pull back, Trey. Pull all the way back and show them something different. Okay? So, Wendy, Look at little Kevin and understand every move that you make is affecting him. He's watching you to see what is mommy gonna do. To boys, mommy is the truth, the light, the will, the world, everything wrapped up in a bow. So what is mommy gonna do? Let me look. He's watching. He out here in the streets fighting with his dad, and God knows whatever else he's doing. But that's what you should be focused on. Making sure my baby boy is okay, because he done seen some things. He done heard, so he done watched you suffer and cry in the middle of the night. His little heart broken. His daddy done had a baby with a whole nother woman. You got other stuff to focus on, Wendy. You and little Kevin should be spending the time when you do have vacations from the show. Y'all should be somewhere on an island, on a boat, saying, listen, woosah, we out of that situation. Let's figure out what we want to do for the rest of our life. Kevin, what do you need? What do you need, son? How can I help you? Let's get you some therapy. The things that you saw, the way your father treated me wasn't right. The things that you saw me do wasn't right. Do you have any questions, Kevin? Because sometimes we don't need to give our children as much information as we want to. But do you have any questions, Kevin? How can I support you? Just take, she needs a whole minute, Laura. Hey, that's one of my very best friends. That's my core I was just talking about. She need a core. Because, see, people with a lot of money and a lot of status and the ability to advance people have a lot of yes men around them. I don't need no yes men around me. I need people to love me enough to lose me in a season to tell me the God's honest truth. Because I've been down that path of yes men, and it led me to a whole 13 years of a toxic relationship and adultery. I don't want that no more. And I don't think Wendy deserves that. She hanging, and I was just talking about the reasons why I'm concerned about Wendy. Okay, back to every interview, she fall apart. Her son is in trauma. He's out here fighting in the streets with his own father. She hanging out with China Black. She got a 27-year-old felon on her arm. I'm seeing the poor decisions that she's making, and I'm not judging these people, but we see the content of their character because they're on social media every day showing us. So we get to have our opinion. She's defending herself. I'm a grown woman. I know what I'm doing. When you're doing the right thing, you don't got to defend yourself to nobody. Her husband just had a whole baby on her. There's a whole little baby floating around that Wendy is thinking about. We can't cut off our feelings. We can't cut off what we know. We can't cut off our memories. We can't stop the trauma until we get the help that she needs. She was hanging with the Kardashians too. Come on, Wendy. She loved Kevin. She loved him. You don't just stop loving the person because they did you wrong and because you filed for divorce. Those feelings are still there. And it takes time to heal, and it takes time to process that. I am still supposed to love Kevin. He's my son's father. I don't have to like him, but I still love him, and I have to get through these emotions of what I'm feeling. And I teach this in my program, the Recovery Room, about emotions. She might not be angry, but she's disappointed. But if you don't know what those emotions are, your behaviors will reflect something else. So you are sleeping with or going with a man or hanging with a man or running around the streets and eating at all of these different places because you are trying to self-medicate. And I'm concerned because Wendy is an addict, and we know that she can't get her drug of choice because she don't want to do that. So when you're an addict, and I'm speaking from experience of being addicted to a man who was no good for me. Hey, Karen, my addiction after I left him was reality TV. I had to stop watching TV for 4 years. I had to stop watching sports because those things would trigger me. But my addiction had become reality TV because I could relate to Mimi and Jocelyn. So every week I would DVR and I'm running to the TV because it made me feel better. And then I said, this shit is toxic. I'm about to fight Jocelyn. I don't even know Mimi and Jocelyn. I said, if I see Jocelyn in New York, I'm going to bust her upside her head with a bottle. This is where I was at. Because I didn't have that man to cure that urge that I needed to feel value. So me sitting and watching TV, that was my addiction. And alcohol. I had to just, the hard liquor had to go. Like, you can't be up in here drinking hard liquor. You can't go from being addicted to a man to being addicted to hard liquor because you don't want to deal with the reality of your situation. So Wendy needs to take some time to just deal with the reality of the situation. At my program, the first module is accepting the fact that it's over. You didn't do anything to deserve this. This was not about you being wrong. This was about you loving the wrong person and doing the right things for the wrong person. But if we don't get the help that we need, we will continue to go down a road of dark alleys and dead ends. That was good stuff right there. Dark alleys and dead ends. And I don't want that for Wendy. She's still married, no matter what y'all say. She's still married to Kevin. Let your divorce be final. Let the ink dry. She just got out of a halfway house. These are my concerns. The girl, she just got out of a halfway house, and sex won't heal you. And neither will that young boy chirping in your ear, because Wendy went through some, and this is just from my experience of watching Wendy. Wendy went through some trauma of not liking herself. Do you see how she cut up her body because of Kevin, maybe? Or maybe because she thought she was fat. She got the boobs done. The body ain't right. She got everything down here, cut off, pinched face, pinched off. You got to deal with the insides. I don't care how much cutting, chopping, pasting, and cutting and pasting you do to your body. I don't care if you take the fat out your booty and put it in your boobs, or the fat out your boobs and put it in your booty. If you don't like who you are on the inside, that's where that starts. Appearance on the outside is nothing. Lil' Kim, you don't like who you are on the inside because you still cutting and pasting. Wendy, you don't like who you are on the inside because men make us feel some kind of way. Lil' Kim went through all that stuff with Biggie and Faith. You see, she tried to get light skin. She tried to blonde her hair, because Faith was light. You got to deal with the issues on the inside. Because just because that man didn't love you the way you needed to be loved, it had nothing to do with your outside. And I want women to understand this. Have you ever looked at a man and he left a woman and ended up with a woman that was nowhere near as attractive as the woman he was with? And you like, what in the world? Because it had nothing to do with your outsides, boo. It was your insides that he didn't like. And whatever he was going through, whatever his trauma was, it wasn't your outside appearance. Because a man told me this a long time. And forgive me for my brass and crashness in the morning. A man told me this a long time. Coochie ain't got no face. That's what the man told me. So women around here cutting and pasting and chipping and chopping, this man, coochie don't have, your vagina don't have no face. When he don't care. It don't have no face. It don't have no body shape. So stop it. I need y'all. I need all my sisters on here, right? Please join the recovery room. If you need some help, I need all of us to be healed. I'm so serious. There is such freedom in being healed and whole and being okay with who you are and by yourself. I love me. I really love myself. And I'm not talking about physically. I love who I am on the inside from doing the work with my coach, Dr. DC Marshall. I love you to life. You will never ever, anything you need. Because this woman taught me how to love me when I was broken. And she taught me how to take care of myself, to say that you are whole by yourself and you're okay without anybody. You came into this world by yourself and you're going to leave by yourself. A man does not validate who you are. Nobody you was validated when you popped out your mother's vagina. You got to know that though. You have to love yourself. And sometimes we need some help. Sometimes we need somebody to encourage us or teach us that this is what's going on. Hey, Dawn, this is what's going on inside of you right now. Let's deal with the inside. Because I don't care if you change your nose. If your heart not right, you still gonna hate your nose. It's still not small enough. It's still not pointy enough. It's still not flat enough. I don't care how much you hate your boobs. I don't care if you add, the next thing you know, you're going to be taken away because you're like, that didn't work. Because it's not what's on the outside. It's what's on the inside that is affecting you. And until you deal with your issues, you will never be good enough for anybody because you ain't good enough for you. And I just got to say that to my sisters out here. Wendy, you need some time to yourself, girl. You are the bomb. You have built a whole empire. That's not good enough for you because you don't see what we see in you. But you need somebody to sit down with you to say, whoa, let me help you understand who you are, sis. Do you see this? Do you see how smart you are? You were smart enough to build an empire. Do you see how beautiful you are as a person on the inside? Past that wig, past that weave, past them lashes, past that cut and paste. Somebody needs to sit down and have a real people who love you have real conversations with you. People who use you or want something from you, they'll tell you anything. They will yes you to death. And I'm literally talking about they will yes you to death. Wendy just took a hiatus from her show, and I'm just, this is just my assumption. They said it was because of Graves' disease. I think it was because she was real close to a nervous breakdown. Because when you are going through the trauma of infidelity and adultery, it does something to your mind, your body, your spirit, and you need some help from somebody who has overcome that. Just like she needed to go to that halfway house, to that sober living facility, because those people been through that to get you through that. Wendy, please call me. Been through infidelity, been through adultery, healed from it, whole from it, know who I am, love myself, living life. And it don't got nothing to do with money, material things. It got to do with the peace of God that is inside of me to tell me that I am enough if I never have a man again. I am enough if I'm broke. I am enough if I don't have friends. I am enough. So I'm going to get off here now because I need to go to the gym. Because that's Wendy. You need outlets like the gym. Like I go to the gym because the gym lets me release any type of stress that I have while taking care of myself. Self-care. I go to the gym because it makes me feel good. It makes me know that I'm being proactive in my life right now. So if anything does happen, a sickness, a disease, an illness, whatever it is, my body is prepared to fight it because I'm focusing on the 50-year-old to the 100-year-old me right now. Because my body has suffered some trauma from 25 to 45, from toxic relationships and eating and doing things I'm not supposed to do and drinking so much liquor that it did not make no sense. That at 50 years old, I am wise and mature to say, these are the things that your mind, your body, your soul, and your spirit need. And it's not things that are toxic to my liver. And I'm not saying I drink my wine, my little light lady drinks, but I am nowhere near who I used to be based on the fact that I want to live. And when I say live, I don't mean just wake up and breathe. I mean, I want to live. I want to live whole and happy without my bones aching. Hey, Keith, I want to live whole and happy without my head hurt. And I want to live whole and happy without my back. Does your back stress? A lot of us think that we got all these arthritic things going on in our body. Stress will tell your body to tense up. Stress will give you pain. Mental anguish will give you pain to let you know that something's not right up here. Pain is a sign that something is wrong. And sometimes it's not always physical. Sometimes it's mental. Your body is telling you that certain chemicals are going through your body because you're having trust issues. Certain chemicals are going through your body because you're not happy. Certain chemicals are going through your body because you are worried. You have to listen to your body. If the doctor, they can't find nothing wrong with you. You're stressed out over some man. You stressed out over some woman. You stressed out over money. You stressed out over a job. You stressed out about why you live. You stressed out because your kids. You have to let that ish go. My body has never felt as good as it feels now. I want to live. I know that's right, Teddy. I want to live. And my body feels good because I'm not with a toxic man. And I could not figure out why I had joint pain, back pain, migraine, headaches. I'm like, the doctor is telling me that nothing is wrong. They telling me I got arthritis. I don't have arthritis because sometimes it hurts, sometimes it don't. What is the problem? It was stress. Wendy, your body is telling you, stop. That's why you can't control your emotions. When you are under pressure, you will sit in a grocery store and start crying. You got to get help. People, y'all will invest in a pair of shoes. $200, $300 shoes, $1,500 pocketbooks, but won't invest in a $125 life coach. And wonder why you put them shoes on, your back still hurt, don't it? Because you're not dealing with this, and you're not dealing with this. You got to deal with the matters of the heart. Everything you do flows from your heart. And I'm sorry I'm preaching. I wasn't even supposed to go there this morning with y'all. But everything you do flows through your heart. You need to heal, to be whole and happy. And the best thing I ever did was take a break from men. And this is no shame, no shade to no man. Because it had nothing to do with them and everything to do with me. Because I did not know how to communicate. I did not know how to be by myself. So I needed a man. And when he couldn't make me feel the way I wanted to feel because it was not his responsibility, it stressed me out and I stressed him out. And I always talk about this. I did as much damage to my ex as he did to me because we were toxic for each other. Because I expected him to be the end all be all. I expected him to be more than he could be. I expected him to do things that he wasn't capable of doing. But that was all in my mind. And until I put the brakes on it and said, listen, you're not good enough for anybody. You're nuts, Trey. You allow people to walk on you and do this and say stuff. What is wrong with you? It ain't them, girl. It's you. You need to go somewhere and sit your ass down, have several seats, get your whole entire life together before you bring a whole nother person into this dynamic of you don't even know who you are. Don't you talk to no man. Don't you date no man. Don't do none of that. Just sit your little self down. You don't even know what you want because you don't even know who you are. You don't even like yourself. You expecting some man to like you. You expect some man to come in here and be a Captain Save-A-Ho, and you don't even know. You drinking too much. You out partying and you expecting a man to put up with that? No, you out here doing the most and you expecting a man, and then when he don't and he say something to you, you got a problem in the attitude. You're not ready for a man. You're not ready to be nobody's wife. And this is for all the women out there. You ain't ready to be nobody's wife if you run in the streets. And I'm not saying don't go out and have ladies' night with your girls. But there should be a limit to your madness. Some of y'all running the streets and drinking and drugging and out here running around with your girls. And you wondering why your husband mad. Because you're doing too much. You don't belong in the streets with your single girlfriends. I'm sorry. You don't do single things no more. Shouldn't no man be up in your face. I'm going to tell y'all the truth and shame the devil. Some of y'all need to go somewhere and sit down and heal. Just sit down. It's going to be men there for the rest of your life. And if you want a good one, you need to be a good woman. So you know when it ain't working for you no more. Because you right. And I don't mean right in the sense of I'm right. No, because you done got your whole life together. So when it's not looking right, you could pause and say, okay, this ain't right. That's what I need. I need to hear. Well, email me, trey@treykearney.com. If you need some help healing, please. I keep it 100% real. Don't email me if you don't want the truth. Because I'm going to tell you the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God, so that you can live your best life. Because I'm living mine. Trey@treykearney.com. Hey, Tasha. Thank you, Keith. I love y'all. Hey, Mr. Nobody, because you Mr. Somebody. Hey, Mitzi, how are you? That's my girl. Hey, Jamie. Hey, I'm so glad y'all here. I've been thinking about you. Thank you, Tasha. I hope it's been all good thoughts. Hey, Shakia. Hey, Erica. Hey, Sharice. Dawn, I love you, girl. You stay safe out there, okay? I just saw a picture of us, and I love it. So I got to go. Let me get myself to the gym. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mind, your body, your spirit. Let go of toxic people. And this is for the men and the women. You don't need a man to validate you. And you don't need a woman to be a trophy on your arm to show other people that you could get a woman. You do not need a man to validate you, and you don't need a woman to validate you. You are more than enough. And until you feel that way about yourself, you are going to attract users. You are going to attract abusers. You are going to attract toxic people. Because when you don't know who you are, people can puppet you into thinking that you're something that you're not. And that will be a doormat. No, you can't use me. I'm good over here by myself. I'm not desperate enough that I'm going to let you treat me a certain way so I can have friends in my corner. Nah, I ain't doing that no more. Nah, I'm okay over here. I'm okay solo, dolo. and rolling alone. I'm sorry. And if you don't like me for it, that's too bad for you because I like myself. What Mary J say? I like what I see when I'm looking at me when I'm walking past a mirror. That's inside, outside, and upside down. I'm okay over here. And I just want every man and every woman to be healed. And sometimes we just need help. So I love y'all. I gotta go. Thank you for tuning into Coffee with Tea. Please, if you need some help, email me. Go to my website, Trey@TreyKearney.com. I'm all things Trey Kearney. You could Google me, some stuff will pop up. A whole lot of stuff. I've been doing this for a long time, so I've grown. You could Google me and watch my growth of how I evolved from being. You go back to my Facebook page. I don't. I like people to do that because you can see how I've grown from drinking 20 shots of Patron to numb the pain of not knowing who I was and being in a toxic relationship and basically trying to kill myself to who I am today of I'm good. I need to be healthy from the inside out. I need my mind, my body, and my spirit to be right. And I'm here if you need some help. Like I said, Trey@TreyKearney.com, www.TreyKearney.com. You can email me. You can send me a friend request. And I have a program called the Recovery Room. It's a 4-week program where I help you heal from the devastation of toxicity in your life with people who don't belong in your life. Your mother, your father, your sisters, your brothers, your husband, your boyfriend, and we all need to heal from something, okay? So I love y'all. Let's go. I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna come back on tomorrow because I haven't done a freestyle Friday in a long time. But I'm gonna come back on tomorrow at 9 a.m. Am I coming on at 9? No, I'm gonna come on tomorrow at 8. I'm sorry. I haven't been on in a minute, but I'm gonna come on tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time after I get Jermaine on his bus. And I'm gonna have a whole nother talk with y'all because I'm here to encourage, motivate, get you to the next level in your life. I'm a life coach. And life coaches, we get you from where you are to where you want to be. We don't dig in your past. We're not therapists. That is not in our pay grade. But we will get you from where you are to where you want to be in the next 6 months, the next year. We will come up with a plan to help you heal and be whole. I love y'all. I'm Trey Kearney. I'm the author of the book It's Healing Time, Restoring Hope in Women After Infidelity. And the book is Healing Time, Men Hurt Too. And remember what I tell you at the end of all my broadcasts, you deserve the best. Yes, I'm talking to you. You deserve the best. Now go get it. Peace and blessings. And remember Psalm 147:3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Wendy, we love you, girl. Get your life together. You don't need no be under no man to get over no man. That's some BS, and you deserve better than that. So I love you. Check your boy out. Make sure he is okay.